Hello, hello. Let's try this again and see if this works this time. Hello, come on in, come on in, come on in. It is Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. Where are all my free people at? Where are my kingdom people? Hello, welcome. Lavish Fan, hello. Welcome to Freedom Friday. Come on in. If you would like to introduce yourself as you come in, feel free to do so. Hello, my name is Marley. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. I'm gonna give a few minutes for my sisters to come in. Hello. And my brothers to come in. Coming in. I'm gonna give a couple more minutes for everyone to join. It is Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. We meet every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to discuss random topics about freedom in Christ, about being the new version of lonely, which is loving, overcoming, nurturing, and elevating and loving you. That's the new version of lonely. We are not lonely on Fridays. We're not lonely any other day of the week. And as you come in, please share with your friends. Please give some hearts and say hello so that I know that who is watching. Hi, Blueberry76. Join in. If this is your first time, say hello. Hello to my usual followers, my usual sisters and brothers that always watch. Thank you for coming in. It is Freedom Friday. My name is Marley, Marlene or Marley, whichever you prefer. And my sister's keeper, and I'm just here to talk to you guys for about 15 minutes about daring you to ask. Tonight we're talking about asking. So just a couple more minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks again for joining. And so if this is your first time, my name is Marley, and you can find me online and social media at Pretty Is Not Enough. And I'm just getting here on Fridays. I started maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago, joining in on Fridays to have Freedom Friday. So Freedom Fridays are a place where we get a chance to get out of hell free card. We are talking about kingdom business. We're talking about things that we experience in life, and we're just talking about just random things that God puts in my heart. So here we are. I thank you for watching. Again, if you like the scope, feel free to share. Feel free to give hearts. If you don't understand what I'm saying because of my accent, just go ahead and say K. What is the other 98% of the beautiful person? The 98% of the beautiful person is their heart. It's in the heart, it's in their character, and it's in their moral. It's not on the physique as much as people think. So the reason why that quote came about, the 2% of beauty, being beauty is only a 2% of beautiful. I did some research on society and how many women think they are beautiful, and the research actually came about saying that only 2% of women think they're beautiful out of thousands of women that were surveyed and were asked about how they felt if they were beautiful. Only 2% of women. I don't know if it was a statewide or if it was nationwide. I'll have to go back and look at that. But it's morality, not subjective. It could be subjective if you're not going by the word of God. To me, morality, it has to do with being good, as far as being loving and kind, and yeah, it could be subjective. I'm not going to argue that point. I guess it depends on what you believe and what you think is your purpose here on earth. But the reason for the quote was because of that it shocked me in a way, but not really. It was wonderful. Thanks for asking. How was yours? That only 2% of women thought they were beautiful, and how society has managed to change what beautiful is about. Yes, the physical counts, but a lot of people are so much. They take so much time about taking care of the physique that they don't take care about their heart. If you have anger, if you have hatred, if you have unforgiveness, if you have pain, all of those things are ugly things that are inside of you that God can make beautiful if you allow it to. So that's the 98% that I talk about. That is the 98% that I'm referring to. The transformation that can happen inside of you, inside of us, if we pay more attention to the inside, not so much the external beauty, if you would. So anyway, thanks for asking that question. A lot of people probably see my quote and wonder what that's about. So I appreciate that. And so Freedom Friday, we meet here on Friday for about 15-20 minutes, not long at all, because I don't, I just want to come here and drop whatever is put in my heart, share it with you guys, and hopefully it touch someone. Hopefully you guys, get to just chit chat and get to know me. I get to know you. So today we're talking about daring to ask. Dare you to ask. So God has been dealing with me. God has been dealing with me about asking. So and I always, if you guys have been here on my Periscope, I talked about, me personally first, because all of this applied to me just as it applies to other people. And asking, sometimes we our pride gets on the way. So one of the things that God is dealing with me is asking. Sometimes we need help, sometimes we need advice, sometimes we need just someone to talk to. And a lot of times our pride, or a lot of times our fear, or our lack of faith even, keep us away from asking, whatever it is that we need. And I'm here to encourage you today and daring you to ask, because God is daring me to ask for help, to ask and be more open to people, because I recommend paying for a therapist. I think it depends on the situation. I think there are times where professional counseling is needed. You have to know who you're going to. You have to know the person and who you're getting advice from as well. So yeah, sometimes it's needed. Sometimes people go through a lot of traumas and situations and need counseling and professional advice. If it's necessary, I would recommend someone that is, godly led, somebody that is not just trying to make money, but actually cares for your heart. If you have watched my other Periscopes, again, I'm about caring for people's heart and about loving people. So you have to, sometimes it's needed. I wouldn't say no to that. I will say just be careful who you're going to and who you decide to go and invest in to give you advice. But so asking questions, asking and trusting God is not just about praying and waiting on Him to do something, but also sometimes we need to step out on faith and ask certain people. God sometimes puts some things in people's heart to help you, to give you a word of knowledge, to encourage you when you need it the most. And yes, although many times it happens without you asking, I feel the need for us to be a little bit more bold about asking and removing that invisible wall that we have into trying to maintain a persona that just try to maintain this persona that we don't, stating that we don't need anybody, everything is good. We're okay. We're good. We can be sick and go to work every day and not tell everyone that we're sick, because you want to keep it private. And it's okay to keep your business private, but sometimes that hinders some of the blessings that God has for you. His word says, ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and it will be open. And He's just been speaking to me about those things. You know, even families, sometimes we want to pretend that everything is going well on our end, and families are asking you how things are going. You're like, oh, everything is fine. But things are not really fine. You know, sometimes your friends are asking, and this pride is just keeping you away from the blessings that God has set aside. So I guess I will ask you as you watch, you know, why don't you ask? I mentioned a few reasons earlier, you know, pride, lack of faith, fear, fear of rejection, fear of how the person is going to look at me, how people are going to look at me because I'm going through the situation, and now I'm going to have to expose myself to in order to get help or get rejected. So what are some reasons why, as I continue on, what are some reasons why you don't ask people for help? What are some people where you don't? Why are some reasons why you don't ask people to give you advice? Why are some even if it's something simple, you know? So if you need a ride to go somewhere, even if it's, you know, just a phone call, just something. There are times where the person that you ask may not be able to help you, but they know someone else that could bless you as well. They know someone else that experienced that issue. They know someone else that is an expert in that area. A therapist, like somebody mentioned earlier, or just anything that could connect you to the blessing that God has for you. His word also says you have not because you ask not. And I have been the skeptical of the scripture in a way. I do believe in that word, but sometimes I have been kind of questioning, well, God's will be done, you know, it will be done in his way anyway. So, you know, yes, I'm asking, but at the same time, you know, it's his will. And it is his will, and I still, I mentioned before in my Periscope, but still when I pray, I ask, you know, if he has something better for me, if it's my plans or my prayers are not what it is that he wants for me, by all means, I pray that what he has for me comes instead. But you have not because you ask not. And there are times where people are just, even people tell you, there's some people that tell you like, if you need anything, let me know. And you know, and some people say that by default. Some people just say that out of being nice. But there's some people that truly mean that. There's some people that truly mean that. You know, if you need anything, let me know. And you're like, oh, okay, I will. And here you are, you know, 3 months behind on rent. Here you are, you know, crying at night, not being able to sleep. Here you are, with depression, you know, anxiety. Here you are, you know, even considering suicide. You know, here you are just experiencing these different challenges in life. And there's many people that have asked you, you know, and told you, if you need anything, let me know. Even if it's just prayer. But we still don't ask. Why don't we ask? Why don't we ask? So, my encouragement tonight is for you guys to stop doubting yourself. Stop overthinking everything. And trust God. Trust that God will send you the right people. Trust that God will touch the right people's heart to help you. I'm not asking you to be dependent on people to the point where you just don't do anything. You just sit around and wait on people to do things for you. That's not what I'm asking of you tonight. But I'm encouraging you to trust God a little bit more, to trust God a little bit more. Trust God, and not only trusting by asking him for things and waiting, but also trust him to put the right people in your way so that you can ask for help and that can bless you also. So that's the message for today. It is about 15 minutes, like I mentioned, like I said earlier. So again, my encouragement is that you seek inside of you and ask yourself, why are you not asking? Why, even when God has put some people in your heart, why, when even God has placed some places and some ideas and some even business plans in your heart, you're not asking for help? That even applies to business plans. If you have a business plan, there are experts. There's plenty of people that know how to do what you are wanting to do. But you want to do it on your own. You don't want competition. You want to be better than somebody else. You're afraid that it's not going to work or whatever the case may be. And you're not asking for help. And you're just sitting on a dream for just about 3 years, 2 years, just sitting around waiting for it to happen instead of asking questions. So ask questions. Ask for help. Surrender yourself to God. He wants us to get out of the way. He wants us to get out of our own way so that he can send us to the right people, so that we can come across as right people, right places, right business plans, right opportunities. So just get out of the way. Get out of the way and ask. I dare you to ask. So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. If you feel anyone will enjoy this, please share with them. You again can find my page at Pretty's Not Enough on Facebook, Instagram, Pretty Not Enough, and on Twitter. This is Freedom Friday. We meet here every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are here to talk about kingdom business, because if it's not God's business, it's not of my business. And you know what time it is? So, queens and kings, know that I love you. Know that I'm praying for you. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you soon. Be here Friday next week. If you have any topics that you want to talk about, feel free to send me a message on any of those social media pages that I mentioned. This is, again, Freedom Friday. It is a place where we come in to get a chance to get out of hell free. So, I love ya. See ya later. Deuces.